When you are building or updating your website, picking out a color palette is incredibly exciting. It's a major part of showing your personality or the feeling of your brand. But if those colors do not have enough contrast, your message might disappear for a lot of your visitors. Today, we're going to cover the absolute basics of color contrast, so you can keep your website beautiful, readable, and welcoming for everyone. If you've heard the term website accessibility at all, you've likely heard of color contrast. It is one of the most common, if not the number one issue, found on most websites. But even though a lot of people are aware of it, it is still the most ignored accessibility issue. So why does color contrast matter so much? It comes down to basic human connection and providing an excellent user experience. When your text stands out clearly from its background, you ensure that people with low vision, color vision differences like color blindness, or age-related vision loss can easily engage with your brand. Good contrast also helps your busy, everyday visitors that might be trying to read the screen in different lighting situations. When your site is easy to read, people stay longer, trust you more, and are far more likely to do business with you. To keep things super simple, here are 2 actionable rules you can start using today. Number 1, know your contrast ratios. For standard size text under 18 points, the 4.5 to 1 ratio is the global standard you need to meet. It guarantees your words are crisp and sharp against the background. For large text, which is 18 pt or larger, or 14 pt bold and larger, the minimum we need to meet is 3 to 1. And the number 2 rule is to never rely on color alone to explain something. Color should never be the only clue to your message. If you use color change to signal a special deal or highlight important information, always support it with plain text or icons. A common example of this is with form errors. A lot of errors say something like, "Please review all errors marked in red before submitting." Someone with color blindness will not be able to see which fields need to be corrected. A better solution for form errors like this would be to say something like, "Please review all errors marked in red with an asterisk before submitting." That way, if someone cannot see the red color for the error, they have the asterisk as another reference. Those are the only 2 rules that you need to remember. So let's quickly take a look at how to test color contrast. There are dozens of color contrast checkers, so test a few out and see which ones you like best. And by the way, they should be free, so don't ever pay for one unless you're getting some other kind of tool along with it. We suggest TPGI's Color Contrast Analyzer and WebAIM's Color Checker, but again, test a few out and see which ones you like. But we'll leave links for those 2 in the description below. All you need to do is open your checker and insert your foreground and background colors. In most tools, you can do this by adding either your hex codes or using an eyedrop tool. The checker will do all the calculating for you and tell you the ratio. And a lot of tools will even go a little further and tell you whether you pass or fail for regular text, large text, or even graphics. So there literally is very little effort needed on your part. Testing your color contrast is of course best to do before building anything, but we understand that isn't the case for most everyone. Maybe you are rebranding and choosing a new color palette, but most likely you just became aware of the importance of color contrast and want to test your website. When it comes to website accessibility, it is never too late, and you need to start somewhere, so start by checking and adjusting your colors. Now you're likely to run into some color combinations that don't work and need to be adjusted, but that doesn't mean you need an entire rebrand. Certain combinations might work fine for large text, but might need to be adjusted for smaller text. So as you start testing, start with the places where conversion happens. Think links, buttons, forms, and product descriptions or variants. Correcting the color in these areas will have the most impact right away. You can always go back and adjust everything else later on. And it's important to remember that your website is a business tool first. Your website isn't going to work for you if it doesn't work for your potential clients. So you may need to let go of certain shades or hues of your brand colors to ensure that your clients' needs are met. Most times, just a slight adjustment is going to make an improvement. One last tip we have is to set up your accessible color palette so that you can use it brand-wide in all of your collateral. Once you've done the work to establish which colors work well together, you need to have them somewhere that you can reference back to. We suggest keeping this in your brand book or on a site styles page on your website. Take a few minutes to create a section of colors that work well together for small or regular text that meet the 4.5:1 ratio, and another for large text and graphics that meet the 3:1 ratio. You can use just color blocks like we've done here and/or list out the hex codes. Now when you're creating new content, you can easily reference your accessible color palettes. You've done the work once, so you won't need to worry about this accessibility issue ever again, unless you decide to rebrand. So block off a little time this week to test your current colors and see where any tweaks need to be made, so you can start making your brand more inclusive. For more simple and actionable tips, please consider subscribing, and we'll see you next time.